Hey, I'm Baze, and today I'm going to give you a little preview of every boss in Mangaforge Omega. So the first boss is Plexus Sentinel, and this boss has two phases. In the first phase, he has some lightning you want to dodge. He also puts a debuff on players, these rings, and you want to take those out. The reason you want to take these out is because they take up space, and if you step on them, they will transport you to a random location. And you're going to need the room in intermission. The next mechanic he does is he puts a debuff on the tank. The tank takes this debuff out and it does fall off damage. The next mechanic is a group soak here. It used to assign a certain amount of players to soak back to back. He does do a knockback effect, so if you want to play it safe, you can have two groups of people. That way if the first group gets knocked out and they can't get back in time, the second group can go right in. Now after this, the boss is going to go intermission. It's pretty much rinse and repeat. The boss is going to go into intermission here in a second. He does a slight knockback. You can immune the knockback with Death Advance. You can leap it. You can gate it. And here is the intermission I was talking about. You want to be careful. There are bubbles and beams in this intermission you want to dodge. And there is also this wall. The way you get through this wall is you use your Reshi Wrap cloak to go through it. So it'll be an extra action button. Make sure you have your extra action button bound, or you can put it on your bars down below. Doesn't matter. And the boss just kind of AFKs here. He just has a shield you DPS through. And that is pretty much the entire fight. Just rinse and repeat until the boss is dead. Now this is the second boss in the raid, Loom'ithar. This boss is pretty cool. So the idea is you break the tethers that are coming in from outside of the room, and then you are able to just run out. All you have to do is kill one. The range will also get a tether on them. They have to break it by running out. The boss also does a giant AoE. You just run out of it. There's a safe area in the room. And then at 50%, the boss will phase, and it has a 25% increased damage taken during the entire phase. So ideally you want to send Lust at the start of P2. And in P2, it's pretty much a race against the timer. The room will fill up with this purple puddle under the boss. As the boss walks, it'll keep dropping it. And you just dodge swirlies here. You do a soak, a raid soak. So you need two groups for this. We did 1 and 3. And the other group was 2 and 4. You can do it however you want, but that is what we did. And that is all of P2, really. There's nothing else after that. You're just dodging swirlies, swapping group soaks, and that is it for that. The third boss is Soulbinder Naazindhri. This boss is a pretty cool concept. So what you do in this entire fight is you're breaking canisters. You can pick any ad set you want. However, the way you break them is by using 2 lines, and from those lines come orbs. The orbs have to come in contact with the canisters. If it comes in contact with a player, then it will not break the canister. It will just hit the player, and it'll put a debuff on you where you do less damage. These ads also take 200% damage when broken out. And the other mechanic is 4 players will be chosen to have 5 lines that shoot out orbs from them, so you want to make sure you're not standing in the raid for this. And the other mechanic is there's a small pushback. Other than that, that is pretty much it for this phase. In intermission, any ad you did not break out with your lines, they will all spawn during intermission. So it's a crazy ad intermission, and that's just how the fight's supposed to work. You can save Lust for intermission if you feel like your raid needs it for DPS. We didn't feel like we needed it here. We just used it on P1. And that is the entire fight. It's just rinse and repeat there. The ads do have a cast you want to make sure you want to cake. You can CC the ads, deal with them however you want. But it's just rinse and repeat after that. And the ads will respawn in the phase after intermission. Now, the fourth boss in the raid is Forgeweaver Araz. He's pretty cool. He has 2 phases and an intermission. He also has a damage amp as well. During the first phase, he casts 3 beams on players. These beams spawn adds. Whatever direction the beam is going, if the adds hit that pillar, the entire raid takes damage. The boss also has 2 raid soaks. So you want to assign groups of those. The boss also casts an image of himself. You want to cleave that down, have your range cleave it down. This is the intermission. During the intermission, you have to destroy 3 pillars, and you will have 2 adds that spawn during this intermission as well. They are very tanky, they have a lot of health, so you'll just cleave them down passively. Also, after these pillars die, the boss will have a damage amp 10% for 12 seconds. The boss is stunned, he doesn't cast anything during it. It's called Mana Sacrifice, if I remember correctly. So here we are destroying the 3rd pillar, and you will see that the boss will cast Mana Sacrifice right now. So for 12 seconds, use the 10% damage amp. You can lust here if you want and use your CDs. The boss will phase at 25%. All of P1 and intermission is just rinse and repeat. And the 25% is phase 2. During this phase, the boss will try and suck you in, and he will also spawn adds as well during this intermission. So it's a race against the timer. The longer the intermission takes, the more you will be getting sucked in towards the black line. And if you touch that line at all, you die. And that is the entire fight. It's a pretty cool fight, pretty unique. Next up is the 5th boss, or bosses, the Demon Hunter Council. This boss has 1 phase and 3 intermissions. In this phase, your goal is to soak these 3 circles out here. Those people who soak those 3 circles will have a orb on their head. Their job will be to soak blue puddles that come out later in the fight. You will also have the boss casting an I-beam, and you will also have tank echoes you want to soak for the tanks. You will also have dashes going out. These beams, you want to dodge those. Here come the blue soaks I was talking about earlier. The people with the balls on their head will soak this. And then there will also be a hunt cast going off. If you do not have enough people in the hunt cast, you will die, just like I did. Outside of that, it is rinse and repeat for phase 1. After you get the boss low enough, you will go into the first intermission. And the goal of the first intermission is like Razagath P3. So you want to soak all of the orbs here. And this is why those people soaking the puddles earlier is important, because you need to have room for your raid to safely soak these orbs. The people with the orbs over the head will also be soaking in this intermission as well, if there is not enough room for the raid. So you just soak the orbs in the intermission. That is the first intermission. Everything else now will be rinse and repeat. And the second intermission is basically Fyrakk Blaze Lines. If you've ever done that fight, this is very similar. If you get a line, you do not want to move. If you're going to move, you want to move the direction of your line so that you're not moving the line and you do not kill your teammates. You will also have a hunt cast going off here. You can see our tank is being focused here, but for some reason it's not going off. I don't know if it was bugged here or not. So the tank is also being pulled in during this as well. As you can see, he's fighting against it. Now, we did die here, but this is the 3rd intermission. The boss just jumps around, casting massive frontals. You're going to want to pop everything here to live. You also need to make sure you soak. As you can see, the room got out of control here. And that is the entire fight. It's a really sick fight. If you kill any of the bosses early, there will be raid-wide damage going out, and there will be these crystals that form. And that's it. Now, the 6th boss of the raid is Fractillus. The goal of this boss is basically Tetris. So you have 6 areas you can put walls down into. And if you put 6 walls in one area, you will enrage the boss. So basically that's all you want to avoid doing in Heroic and Normal. All you need to worry about is not having 6 walls in one of the 6 slots that you can put the walls in. So kind of like a bowling alley, right? Imagine a bowling alley. You don't want 6 walls in that one lane. That's all you're doing in this fight. So in P1, it'll choose up to 5 players. They'll get 6 walls on them. After it does that twice, you will then get players chosen who will get knocked into those walls. So you're basically placing walls, breaking them, placing walls, breaking them, and you just rinse and repeat. And that's pretty much it. After you break a wall, however, depending on the wall you break, it'll put a circle on the players on the raid, or it'll put a bleed debuff on you. So that's pretty much all you're doing, is you're just rinsing and repeating that until you kill the boss. Now this is the 7th boss in the raid. This is the last boss we were able to test on PTR. So this will be the last boss guide. This boss has 3 phases and 2 intermissions. The goal of the first phase is to clear your 3 stacks. If you've ever done Sire Denathrius, it's the exact same thing. So you're going to have 2 sets of groups. You could do 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, whichever you want to do. But you need 2 sets of groups. The first group's going to clear their stacks with the first soak. The second group is going to clear the stacks with the second soak. Now we just cleared our stacks back to back because there was no punishment for it on testing. I'm sure on live, on Heroic, you probably won't be able to do that. But on testing, it was fine. And there are also, during this, claws that go out and a tank frontal. Now, the sequence of what the boss casts, whether it's the tank frontal or the soak, is random. So your tanks are going to have to be reactive in clearing it. During this, there are also beams going out you want to dodge. If you die at all during this fight, you will be mind controlled. And there's no way around it. So you're basically dead. And also, if you get in the tank frontal, you also get mind controlled. There's no way around that either. So you never want to get hit by the tank frontal ever. Now, once the boss hits 50%, he will phase into intermission 1. You also want to make sure when you're hitting this intermission, you have all your stacks cleared. If you don't, you will get mind controlled. During this intermission, there are beams that go out in circles. You want to take these out of the raid. These beams on testing did not kill you. However, on live, when you're progging this, they probably will. So you just want to try and dodge them as best as possible, or pop a defensive if you're going to get hit. Now you can control where the beams go. The circles that you saw just a second ago are where the beams are going to go. So wherever you drop the circles, that is where the beams are going to spawn. During this intermission, you will also have ad sides you need to go to, just like Razageth. You will use your Rushy Cloak to teleport to the side. You just split into 2 groups. You want to prio this ad, because if he does not die in the time that his cast goes off, when he starts casting it, you'll see. If he doesn't die by then, you wipe. You die on this side. This middle ad also casts 3 beams you want to dodge. During that, you're pretty much just prioing this ad, killing all the ads, kicking any casts that can go off. And that is it for this area. It's pretty much just you're killing ads. Now, after you kill the ads, you will come back to the main platform, and you will have the beams again, where you bait them out, you take them out, and you have intermission 2 starting. During this intermission, the boss, the dragon specifically, has a 100% damage taken buff. And there are also claws going out. You just want to dodge these while you're damaging the boss with his damage amp. I believe you want to lust this part, because any health that the dragon has by the end of this cast, the boss will absorb. As you can see here, he has like the 34%, Nexus-King does. And you'll see here, the dragon does not die. So he will heal up to like 60. Yeah, he's like at 60 HP now. So you definitely want to nuke that dragon down as low as possible. Now, this is the final phase of the boss. The goal of this intermission, as you can see, there's arcane orbs around me, and there's void orbs around other people. Those tell you which way your orb is going to go. So if you get the arcane orbs around you, that means your ball is going to go right. If you get the void orbs around you, that means your ball is going to go left. Now, all you need to know about this phase is you're going to hit the balls with the line when you get it. If you don't, your raid wipes. If you miss one, you wipe. Pretty much all you're doing during this is you're just clearing the balls and dodging. So there you have it. Outside of Dementius, those are all of the bosses in the raid. I think Blizzard did really well with this raid. I believe there are some room for improvements on it. Overall, though, an amazing raid, and I can't wait to prog it when it goes live. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below on what you think your favorite boss is going to be or what boss you liked if you tested it. See you later.